their way off the ground. Siren sounds. Third quarter is underway.
It is going to be Collins and Howard renewing their rivalry in the ruck. Howard gets the tap down for Greensborough. Christian Ferranato able to get the first handball off. He does find a teammate in Ethan Luke, who just goes around a few tackles and eventually gets a kick out, but that one's intercepted by Declan Ayres. He's tackled immediately, and now Greensborough looking to go forward. Handball over the top. Now Panham receives. He's going to wheel onto that left boot and kick inside forward 50 for the Borough, but the intercept mark is taken on the last line of the Eltham defence. And kick over the top does find Valance. So half-back flank for Eltham. It does look weird, Darcy Valance in the short sleeves, but with the conditions like they are today, it might be the only time we see it in 2024 as his kick is intercepted. Seavers had hands to it, brings it down. McCubbin gets the handball off, and now inside at forward 50. And I think it might be Ayres flying there for Eltham. Can't take it clean. Wachinga picks it up off the ground. Gets a handball off and now kick to the outer side. He's out of bounds on the full. It was in the direction of Minahan, but over his head, and now Greensborough look to go inside forward 50.
Charlie Bowes right next to the bench, probably too far out to score. He's going to send it to the hot spot. A lot of Eltham players there. Front and centre was Montanaro, just an underground kick, and now for Waldron on the outer side. Can go down the line to Glasgow, and he runs and takes off against Johnston. Glasgow high ball, might not work for McCormick. It might work for Byron. Seavers was in front. McCormick front and centre. His handball went straight to Seavers, taken by Brindley, and he just gets it out of there as quick as he can. One-on-one on the wing, going in hard, and going in hardest was Charlie Bowes. Wins the one-on-one, goes towards half forward. Mark taken by Harrison Andronako. He's got it just outside 50. Maybe a bit too far out for him. Sends it to the top of the goal square. There's a few flies. Smith was one of them.
He's held.
And it was held in that contest, which means it's going to be an early opportunity for Jamie Smith. He's looking for his first goal of the day.
And that all started in Greensborough's defence, Jared.
Oh, sorry, second goal.
Yeah, his second goal of the day. I think he got a holding free kick in that first quarter as well. So the Eltham defence struggling to contain him so far today. It's going to kick from point-blank range is Jamie Smith. And makes the umpire move from there, but does get it through the big stick. So 2 goals to Jamie Smith, and the first one of the second half does go to Greensborough. They move to 9-9-63, leading Eltham 6-3-39. A 24-point margin early on in this second half. It might already be too much for Eltham to overcome.
It might be, and that goal started in Greensborough's defence. A great effort from Angus Seavers and Zach Hart in that defence to kickstart the attack, and then ends in the hands of Jamie Smith, who, well, he definitely did make the goal umpire work, but he's had a pretty good contest as well up in that forward line and in ruck as well. Him and Nathan Howard have really dominated for the Borough.
It has been. Smith spent most of his time up forward. It's probably been an 80-20 split in favour of Nathan Howard in the ruck contest for Greensborough. As he goes up against Collins. Collins got the tap down, but we're going to have a secondary stoppage in the middle of War Memorial Park. And Collins and Howard will go up for the ruck. Howard reaches over the top, gets a tap down, but it's going to be cleared by Eltham. Donaldson's in there, so is Collins. Just paddles it out, but it finds McCubbin, who gets a handball out to a teammate in Aiton Delaney. Kick out to the wing is intercepted by Declan Ayres, and now Eltham will look to go inside forward 50. Glasgow diving out of bounds to take the mark. It has been touched, so it will be a throw-in inside forward 50 for the Panthers, and an opportunity to get a goal on the board early in this second half. It will be Collins up against Howard in this ruck contest in front of the Greensborough bench. Howard leads Collins to the ball, but Collins reaches over the top, gets a tap down to Donaldson, who's tackled immediately, and we'll have another stoppage on that outer side. Donaldson showing his experience in this Eltham midfield, as neither ruckman able to get a clean tap out. It is going to be Donaldson once again. No player able to gain a clean possession. Eventually a kick cut does come out for Greensborough. Culligan standing under that one. He'll take that mark. Strong defensive side of centre wing for the Panthers. Just assessing his options further up the ground. Is he going to go with a short kick? Does find Declan Ayres there. And I think the boundary umpire has called that one out of bounds on the full, so it is going to go the other way, and it will be Greensborough's ball. Brody Glenn has it. He's going to go up the ground, but Wachinga takes the intercept mark. So just playing a bit of kick-to-kick here on the outer side at War Memorial Park early in this third quarter.
5 minutes in. to this third term. It's a lead of 24 points for Greensborough. Any flyers on this occasion? Not quite. Anyone able to grab the mark? Luke almost held without it. Umpire lets it go. Panham front and centre, spins around, doesn't have much time to get boot to ball. Eventually does, and towards the paint of 50, Smith just over his head. Eltham with numbers at ground level. Greensborough trying to apply the pressure, and the ball goes out of bounds for boundary throwing. Umpire ready to toss this ball back into play. It's going to be Smith and Collins to do the ruck work. So you feel like Smith a bit more of a forward half ruck in this game, with Howard doing some stuff in the back end. Boundary throw in comes and goes. Punched away from Collins. Now, has that been punched on the full? No, it's kept into play at the moment. The Panthers will kick themselves out of danger for the time being, and the kicks work. Now they can get things moving if they've got numbers. They go down the line towards the outer side. Tough one, but picked up well by Waldron. An excellent run-down tackle, though, by the Borough. And Ethan Luke, hard to get past him in any scenario, and now they can get things going. Johnston goes to Panham, goes inside, and McCubbin takes the mark. The man on the mark's on the paint of 50. Does McCubbin find himself with the distance here? He seems a bit confident, not darting around too much, and now settles to start his approach. He's almost in the middle of Greensborough War Memorial Park to start this run-up. He is directly in front, but a fair way from goal. As I said, man on the mark, maybe just inside the paint of 50. Comes in now. High ball. Umpire moving around, and that's going to go through. McCubbin has his first goal of the year, and a welcome back to him for Greensborough. They move to 10-9-69, Eltham 6-3-39.
Probably been one of the positives for Greensborough today is they've obviously brought McCubbin in, who's a noted goal kicker across his entire senior career, but especially in his time with Greensborough in a couple of years back. He's had a couple of chances, but they haven't really relied on him so far in this game. So it's a great sign for this Greensborough forward line. 7
individual goal kickers they've had. Obviously, Daniel Ferranato leading the way. It's definitely some very positive signs for the Borough that they're able to get a decent spread of goal kickers.
Back in the middle, Howard got the tap. Evans in there too. Picked up by Panham. Panham got the handball away and then caught up in a big tackle was Ferranato. Umpire sees the benefit of the doubt. We'll have the ball up. Still inside the centre square, but in the front half here for Eltham. Collins just taps it inside 50. Almost picked up by Snell. Cleared away by Johnston. Sends it towards centre wing off hands. The numbers favour Eltham or Greensborough. It's Ayres who got the handball away. Made tough work for it for Choco and intercepted. And now Jamie Smith is on his own. Plenty of space inside 50. And that is a great kick inside. Thomas Phelan with the mark. And he'll look to back himself and get his first goal of the afternoon. So momentum really swinging the way of Greensborough at the minute. They lead by 5 goals 8 minutes into this third quarter, with Tom Phelan having his second shot of the day.
Jamie Smith saying, this is the type of delivery I want inside forward 50. It was a beautiful kick from a big man. Not often you see something like that as Thomas Phelan comes in and sends his ball on its way. Starts out right and might have faded out. So another behind for Greensborough through Tom Phelan. And now they move to 10 goals, 10-70, leading Eltham 6-3-39. Had all the ascendancy early in this second half, have Greensborough. And can Eltham do anything to wrestle it back and get a couple of goals on the board and see if they can come home strong?
They need that 5-minute period they had in the middle of the first, really, to get themselves back into things. They'll start to handball their way out of defensive 50. They're hugging the boundary line. Now Wachinga just got boot to ball. Going to make tough work for Byron. And Byron stands tall. Takes a good mark. Wants to get things moving because he's got a man all on his own. Just outside forward 50. It's Chocker. Can go back. And can he get his second goal? It's not going to get there. Goes to the right-hand side. Back to an even 5-goal margin. 6-4-40. Greensborough 10-10-70. That could have been the little boost they needed, Josh.
It could have been. It was almost somewhat identical to the goal that he did kick, all on his own, just decided to play on, but just a little bit to the right, and they need to start taking advantage of those opportunities, Eltham.
As the kick out of defence for Greensborough goes long into the middle of the centre square. It is rebounded by Eltham, so it's Montanaro to Quainer to Chocker. Goes back inside with the handball to Glasgow. There's an Eltham player on the ground, so it might be an injury issue there. Waldron is spoiled there. He is going to get a free kick, and it will be play on. So Ayres sends it long inside forward 50, but the last man in defence for Greensborough is Jack Johnston. And it does look like a man down there, Dylan Shute, is down for Eltham with the trainers. So Greensborough rebounding out of defence here. Bose picks it up, runs into his own teammate, and then is eventually brought down by Chocker. And Shute is going to limp from the ground here.
It looks like his left ankle, or maybe his right ankle even. It's just, that's a concerning sign if you're Eltham.
Bit of a tricky one there for Eltham. So they were a defender short for the time being. Cleared away by Howard, though, in that ruck contest. Was a difficult bounce, though, for the Greensborough forwards. Still a chance for Smith. He's tight on the boundary. He's going to try and snap this one towards goal. But the only man home was Declan Ayres. And he takes the mark. Inside defensive 50. He's going to look towards Snell, and it just gets to him. So still inside defensive 50. Collins is going to try push his way up and be an option. Minahan's there as well, and looks like down the line is where he goes. Byron now entering the scene. Was in front, but the ball didn't quite get to him as much as he would have liked, but the handball game works. Minahan tried to get it forward. Didn't really work for Evans. Now Seaver's under pressure. Coughed it up. Eltham will just banana kick this one forward, but that's to no avail either. Hart is just going to get that one across the Bose, and they'll start again in defensive 50. They'll look to go towards the outer side this time. Really tough for Smith, though. Bounces in front of him with Chinga red at best, but he has to get rid of the football. Just does now to Chocker, who spun around, was trying to get it to Quainer, but it didn't make it. And we're going to have a boundary throw-in.
It might be a decent sign for Eltham is Dylan Shute. It looked like it might be a cramp. I saw the trainer run out with the pickle juice to him, so it might be the first victim of cramp for 2024 in these conditions. It won't be the last.
I was about to say, it did look like a bit of cramp, and he's getting back up on his feet now, which is a positive sign.
As the ball restarted here, and Eltham going inside forward 50. Minahan's the target. And Stellis with him. He's going to be brought down by Donaldson. Gets the handball to Minahan, who snaps towards goal. It's a one-on-one contest in the goal square. Jack Johnston flies in from the side and takes the relieving mark on the last line of defence for Greensborough. Looking to move the ball quickly and finds Panham inside the centre square. He's going to go laterally to a teammate in Dwyer Richards. Pick that one up on the wing. And he's going to go down the line in the McCubbin direction. He takes the mark on the paint of 50 metres. So it looks like he wants to have a shot on goal. Doesn't see anything he likes inside at forward 50. So kicked one a couple of moments ago from directly in front. This one on the tightest of angles for Zach McCubbin. But he's gone back confidently and reckons he can send this one through. As we said, 97 goals in 62 games in his first stint with Greensborough. He's kicked 170 and 158 senior games across his entire senior career. Sends this one on its way now. Ooh. He might have done a good job. He's done a great job from that deep in that forward pocket. Has Zach McCubbin. He's got 2 for the day. And yet another score on the board for the home side. They move to 11-10-76. Greensborough leading Eltham 6-4-40.
Jeez, wasn't there a lot of confidence about that kick? Excellent stuff from Zach McCubbin, and now the Borough really running away with this. Josh, Eltham goalless since half-time, and in these hot conditions, it's a very tough task if you start chasing this far out.
Yeah, and you really need to start taking advantage of your opportunities. If you are Eltham, you really need to step it up in that midfield. But yeah, credit to Zach McCubbin. He clearly wants to get to 100 Greensborough goals today with finishes like that.
So 99 for his time at Greensborough so far. Of course, this being his second stint at the club. Panham with another clearance has been instrumental in that midfield. It's going to bounce awkwardly for a lot of Greensborough forwards. Culligan should get there first, although the Borough are going to try. Oh, Smith on the line. No, it's been rushed through for a behind.
It was McCubbin who socketed it from deep in the forward pocket and looked like it was going through for a goal, but the Eltham defender able to get hands to that ball.
Love to see a replay of that, who Smith may have cost him there, but in the meantime...
Quainer bringing out a defence for Eltham. He's just going to go with a short ball, and now the Panthers looking to rebound and get something going forward. Long kick down the line. There's 3 Eltham players flying for it. Byron can't take the mark. And eventually does come to ground. Panham's got it. He's tackled. And eventually gets that ball out. It will be Hart, who just snaps one around the body, but the breeze just does take it out of bounds on the full. So Eltham with another opportunity in defence.
14.5 into the third quarter. The Borough by 37 points. Meanwhile, third quarter at Laylaw Reserve. Epping lead by 22 points. But here it's been all the Borough at the moment. High ball from Quainer. Pack forms. Going in hard was McFawn from a few deep, but he didn't get anywhere near the ball in the end. Eventually it's punched away for a boundary throw-in. And as we tick towards time on in this third quarter, you can see a lot of tired Eltham players and just trying to keep up with the pace of the game at the moment. It's been a hot one. McFawn grabbed it out of the ruck and will just send it towards the middle of the ground. There's going to be a lot of flies here. A bit of friendly fire between Wachinga and Chocker. It's going to work in favour of Greensborough. Luke's off to the races. Enters inside 50. And that's across the face for a minor score. 11-12-78 the Borough. Eltham 6-4-40. Thankfully both Eltham players okay in that collision.
So it's tough to catch Ethan Luke at the best of times when you're already tired after 3 quarters of footy in 30-degree heat. He's going to be tough, just can't convert on that occasion. And now it will be Quainer once again on kicking duties for Eltham. He's going to go long in the Airs direction. He flies for it and with a bit of a push there. So we'll get a free kick on the half-back flank, and I think it's going to be a 50-metre penalty paid. Someone running around the back of that contest. So Declan Ayres, we marched down the field. Is it going to be Ayres who has to take the kick? It might be.
Stafford? No.
Yeah, Stafford, I think, wanted to get it moving quickly, see if he could get something inside forward 50. The umpire gets it back to Declan Ayres.
And you mentioned off air just quickly, Jared, some of their goals today have come from 50-metre penalties, so if they can take advantage early here, then maybe they can build that momentum.
They definitely will hope so, as Ayres spears one inside at forward 50. Malloy is there but can't take the mark. And now Greensborough looking to rebound this one. McCubbin's first to it. He kicks that one off the ground. It does find a target in Andronako. And now looking to go inside forward 50 is Daniel Ferranato. Can't find the target there, and the ball just trickles out of bounds. So another throw in about 60 metres around from that Greensborough goal.
I feel like Malloy had taken that mark. It could have been a real opportunity for him, but nonetheless, ball's on the other side of the ground now, and it's a 38-point advantage in favour of Greensborough. Ball gets tossed up about 55 metres out from the home side's goal. Tapped there from, well, you could say both ruckmen. We're going to have a secondary stoppage. Longhetti, of course, just getting plenty of instructions to his team as he looks to get his side back in the game. Looks like a secondary stoppage. No, it was dropped almost by a furlong. Now we will get that secondary stoppage. No, holding the ball. Holding the footy, and it's going to go in the favour of Greensborough. Harrison Andronako will have it about 65 out from goal. He's going to give the handball away, and the Borough low spearing ball inside forward 50, and it was a great kick in the end as well. They've been able to do really well with their forward 50 entries, and it's going to be an opportunity on goal this time for Brodie Glenn, who's already kicked one today.
He doesn't mind a celebration too. He's a bit of a character, Brodie Glenn, so I wonder what celebration he'll come up with after if he kicks this goal.
Well, he's almost directly in front. He's kicked the 9 goals in 9 games last year, so he will want to make the most of every opportunity that does come his way. And this is definitely a big one. Starts his approach now. Brodie Glenn about 35 metres out from goal. Is that going to fade to the left? No, it's come back enough. And Glenn kicks Greensborough's 12th goal of the afternoon. And they are really running away with this one at the moment. 12-12-84. Eltham are 6-4-40. And, well, the Panthers need to find a way to get back in this game before three-quarter time, or it could blow right open.
Yeah, they definitely do, and it's going to be tough. It doesn't seem there's so much of a breeze going that way. You can't see any of the trees in the distance really swirling. So the breeze is in there. Greensborough are just a much better side early in this second half, and Eltham will just need to find a way back into this game and get some ball forward and see if they can get back into this contest, because it is blowing out a little bit. It is 44 points the margin as we do see close to time on, just past 19 minutes gone in this third quarter. So what does Tim Longhetti and Eltham have in store as it's a new ruckman going up for Greensborough? It's Will McFawn in this contest. So gets the tap down and now gets the handball out. So going to go inside forward 50-yard Borough. And the mark is taken by the defender in Lane Sinclair, the co-captain. He's going to go with a short ball, which finds Harvey Furlong. And back to Sinclair, now to the outer side to Declan Ayres. Gets a bit of a contest from Zach McCubbin, the front on contact, and took the mark anyway, did Declan Ayres. So has it defensive side of centre wing for the Panthers. Sends McCubbin one way, then goes the other. Going to go with a long ball down the line. Evans will fly once again from the back. Takes another strong mark. Unbelievably, only his second best mark of the afternoon. Sends a long ball inside forward 50. It beats the defenders. It's going to go all the way. David Evans with another moment of brilliance for Eltham to get another score on the board. Their first goal of this second half. The Panthers moved to 7-4-46.
That mark might not be, that mark he took in the second quarter might not be the best play of the day from David Evans. That's a terrific mark, pretty much right in front of us, and then he launched it right in front of his bench. That's a superb effort. He's been one player that can hold his head up high. He's done a terrific job today as the young man.
Tim Bonghetti touted him as someone that might be able to fill that forward void, and if he's going to kick goals like that, I'll tell you what, we're certainly looking forward to seeing a lot more of it.
And he has gone in as a second ruckman to back up Jaden Collins, so he's got that leaping ability, and he's put it on show today, not only the ruck contest, but the marking around the ground. So see if he can provide a spark as this game does go on. It is going to be McFawn up against James Marchbank in the ruck, so two new ruckmen who we haven't really seen all that much of today having a go in this third quarter as the big men tiring. Hands the ball off, and it is going to be Aidan Delaney sending it inside forward 50 for Greensborough. No one able to take a mark. And eventually it is going to be Sinclair who picks that one up and goes out of defensive 50. The ball does come down to Quainer, but can't keep it in bounds. And it will be thrown in to play 60 metres around from the Greensborough goal.
So now almost 22 minutes in. Back to 38 points, but Eltham, you feel like need at least a couple more majors to give themselves a chance. Almost grabbed out of the ruck by Howard. Now a chance here for Fitzgerald, who goes inside 50. Smith almost let it bounce through, but it's gone through for a behind. And now it's a 39-point margin, 12-30-85 Greensborough. Eltham are 7-4-46. And Shoot looks like he's back on the ground, which is great. He's going to take this kick out for the Panthers, and they clear it away out of defensive 50. It's Valance. Look to get the handball received, and a chipping ball should be okay, and it is for Marchbank. First game for Eltham at senior level, but that kick not great. And it's going to be out of bounds for a boundary throw in centre wing, broadcast side. So that's not ideal for the Panthers, as they were probably looking to slowly build their way to the forward half, but not to be. We'll see if they can build it again. 22 and a half minutes in. Ball gets tossed back in. Goes over the head of both. Ruckman, a very long throw, but it's found a hold free kick in favour of Howard. He just sends it long inside 50. The players will fly. Off hands, no one to complete the mark. Ball hits the deck. Sinclair got the handball away. Dangerous one for his teammate. Montanaro just flicked that one through, and they're away now, the Panthers. They go inside 50. Evans, he's got great hands. He's going to win the free kick. It was a tough one for Sievers to get a hold of, and, well, David Evans provided some brilliant moments already, but maybe his second goal just can keep Eltham in the hunt here.
This might be David Evans might be the spark that Eltham need. It was Matthew Byron in that second quarter, and it's his fellow big man David Evans that has started to really step it up in this contest.
Evans then, slight angle to speak of, man on the mark is about 40 to 45 out from goal. Called to move it on. We're almost at 24 minutes. Evans will start his approach. Kicks it from just inside 50. It's on its way and it's through. No problems for Evans. 2 and a couple of minutes for the Panthers. And they get their 8th goal of the afternoon. The second one of the day for David Evans. 8-4-52 to Panthers. Greensborough 12-13-85. We're 24 minutes into this third quarter. Meanwhile, 3-quarter time at Laylaw Reserve, and the Blues are starting to make their way out with an 11-14-80 to 7-4-46 advantage.
So Eltham really trying to get themselves back into this game. It did get out to 44 points midway through this third term, and 2 goals to David Evans as we tick past 24 and a half minutes gone in this third quarter, has brought the margin back to 33 points and might have just given Eltham a little bit of confidence. And see if they can get another one late here. As the ball does come down, Ayres taps it to a teammate, and now a kick inside forward 50 for Eltham. Brindley going back with the flight, can't take the mark. But it is inside forward 50, and the pressure has been hot inside there. Jesse Donaldson laying the tackle for the Panthers. And we'll have another ball up inside forward 50.
He'd love being back at top flight level, Jesse Donaldson.
He would. He's been one of the great players over the past decade for the Northern Football Netball League, a representative player, representative captain as well, I believe. So he's a dangerous player for this Eltham side as the tap does come down, and it is wrapped up immediately once again. So we're going to have another stoppage inside forward 50 for the Panthers. And Howard looks to take that one out of the ruck contest. Can't get a clean disposal. Eventually Bose finds it, but there's a free kick that has been paid. It's high. And it has gone to Jesse Donaldson, who spoke about just a moment ago. He'll look to send one deep inside forward 50. Evans is asking for it. And he might go. He's going to go to a big pack of players. Collins is there. But it's Jack Johnston, the Greensborough captain, standing strong in the last line of defence.
He's done that many times throughout his career and plenty of times today as well, the skipper. How will he exit defensive 50 on this occasion? It's touched on a couple of hands. Out the back is Brindley. Tried to get the handball to Glenn, but it was unsuccessful. Eltham now with numbers to arrive at the contest. And we'll have a ball up. And no, high free kick. It's going to the Borough. You hear Bongetti. They want the numbers back. They want to play on quickly though, Greensborough, knowing that's the case. McCubbin, a long way out from home. It's a floating ball, and it's out of bounds on the full. So, bit of an opportunity missed. Nonetheless, plenty of Eltham defenders back there should that ball have kept in play regardless. But it's going to go into the hands of Colin Culligan, who's been a bit everywhere today in terms of his positioning on the ground and the utility that will be very handy for Tim Bongetti to use throughout the 2024 campaign. But it's Culligan now that will just lay a short one over to his teammate. Still deep in defensive pocket. Goes down the line with the kick. 3 Greensborough players go up, and it's Brindley that takes the mark. Well, between him and Johnson, I reckon the intercept mark stats sheet would be through the roof. They have been excellent in that back half. And Brindley again will look to get his side moving inside 50. Sends a very high ball to that area, and 2 Eltham players went up for it this time, and it's Sinclair that wins out. And he takes the mark, and they'll try a rebound before we get to three-quarter time for the Panthers.
They definitely will, and Sinclair's going to hand it off quickly. And now a short kick forward for the Panthers to Declan Ayres. Can't take it, but eventually it's kicked forward. There's only one man standing in defence for Greensborough, and it is Deacon Lawler. He's going to have to go backwards. Stellis has it. He goes back to Bose, who's going to go across goal. It's not a great kick. Bounces away from the teammate in Zach Hart. He's going to pick it up deep in the forward pocket. Gets a bit of pressure from Jaden Collins. Eventually does get the handball out. And now Greensborough going down the wing on this near side. Does find O'Dwyer Richards. And he's going to go short to McCubbin. Kicked one from deeper in the pocket now. He's going to wheel around onto the right boot. Going the Glen direction. Standing at the back. He's got 2 Eltham players to contend with. And I think he's drawn the free kick.
Unrealistic attempt.
Yeah, so the Eltham defender flew across Brody Glenn and restricted him from taking that mark or having a go at that marking contest. So Brody Glenn will have a shot on goal for his 3rd of the day. And this will be a kick in the guts for Eltham after an impressive 5 to 10 minute patch. If Brody Glenn can put through his 3rd and extend the margin back out to close to 40 points.
So we're into minute 29 now. And Brody Glenn has had a couple of chances for his 2nd goal, and he'll try again. Could be one of the last kicks of the quarter. Starts his approach. Kick from about 30 metres out from goal. Comes in, and it's missed to the right-hand side for Greensborough. They're 14th behind it today. 12-14-86 Greensborough. Eltham 8-4-52. So it's a 34-point lead. We're 29 minutes into this 3rd term. It's now Malloy. And there is the three-quarter time siren. Another intriguing contest here. Another great quarter. But it is Greensborough who restricted Eltham to just 2 third-quarter goals. They kicked 4 of their own. And that has helped the Borough make it a 34-point advantage to their favour as they approach the final term. They are 12-14-86. Eltham 8-4-52. And Jared